Yo, what up? This is Big Cappuccino, the Great Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees on the Swarm.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Bizarre from D12.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh.
Hey, Redman is in the building. You already know.
Hey guys, this is Emily Peachy.
Shout out, man, to Worldwide Collaborations, man.
I want to shout out Worldwide Collaborations LLC.
Shout out to the Worldwide Collaborations LLC.
World movement, beyond thousands of movements.
The world movement, beyond thousands of movements.
All about representing each other together. So check this out.
What's up? You want to be a part of this? You want to be a part of the Worldwide Collaboration?
You guys should all be a part of Worldwide Collaboration.
Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Check us out, man, and check what's going on, man. Word up. I have recently been choosing to be a spokesman and an ambassador, so you will see a lot more of me. Join the movement, man. It's beyond thousands of movements right now and talents put together, all about representing each other together.
I want to join, so I might see you there. All right, much success.
It is a worldwide collaboration song.
Yeah. Look, brainstorming, creative thinking, and new ideas, inventing inventions, representing everything, having members collaborate. Worldwide collaborations, ongoing visualizations, programming operations, bringing everyone together equals more motivation in the situation.
Thank you for tuning in to another star-studded episode of the Chatterbox with King Jacob. I am your host, King Jacob. And we have special guests all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, by the way of Baltimore, Maryland. And we're going to be chopping up about their music career, their music ability, their whole backstory on how this tuition became a reality for them. Welcome to the platform, Macfour. What's good, man?
What's good? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. So if you guys can properly introduce yourselves so the audience can get familiar with who you are.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing, everybody? My name is Kevin. They call me KJ, and I'm 22.
My name's Kayvon. They call me KOOL, and I'm 20.
I'm K-Love. They call me Dancer, and I'm 18.
And I'm Keith. They call me Duck, and I'm 15.
Okay. So, Macfour, all brothers, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Oh, my. Hey, man, listen. That's got to be, a battle in itself sometimes. You know what I mean? Because, brothers, they argue, they fuss and fight, but we ain't gonna let nobody bother us now. You know what I mean? We ain't doing none of that. But, brothers have their altercations. And so before we get into the backstory of your music, which brother has the biggest ego?
Well, we had this conversation plenty of times.
I think it switches between the four. It depends on the situation.
Okay. So, well, with that being said, who's the most easygoing?
Ain't no way is you.
Probably
because you always got that brother that's aggressive. You got the easygoing brother that kind of make mad and just talk about stuff in private, and then you got the other two brothers that be like, man, whatever, just as long as you get it done, we don't care. You know what I mean? So, but you got that laid back, easygoing brother, and you got that brother that's aggressive and like just like you would think that he got a DMX mentality or something like that type of brother. So, but I'm glad to see that y'all can, make it work, man, and just stay connected, man, and just use the gift that God has given you to serve your purpose to inspire others. So that's what's up. So when and how did the group start? Before you get into that, whose side did the talent come from? Your father's or your mother's?
Both.
A mixture of both.
Mixture of both. So your father and your mother sing, or the grandparents on the side sing? Because sometimes we don't hit the children.
Dad used to perform in the army and the military for talent shows, and our mom was into a lot of theater, and she worked for a lot of theater shows. So she was able to bring both of those aspects to our performance.
Okay then. Okay. So it's fluently both. So are your parents still fluent performing or singing in church, or like are they just solely manage you guys?
They manage us.
They just manage us.
Okay. So no features coming with the parents on the tracks one day or nothing like that. Can we expect something like that? You know what I mean?
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
I mean, cause it worked, Eddie and Gerald did it, so could work. Natty Natalie, so it could work. But so when did you guys get started and you knew that you want to do this music thing at a young age, and why did you want to do the music? Was it just something that was embedded inside you guys, or why did you guys want to do the music?
It started off as a bet between me and Dad. We were listening to New Edition, Any Heartbreak. I believe I was 9 going on to 10 at the time. And he challenged me to do a 2-step. So I decided to hit one. And then the rest of them, they just decided to follow me. I don't know why, but they just said, that looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been going to Hippodrome theater shows ever since we were young. And we wanted to do something like that. So we asked our dad, when are we going to, rehearse or dance or sing? And he said it's going to take a lot of hard work to get where these celebrities are. So are we up for the task? And we say, yes, sir. And that's how it all began.
Okay. So did you guys start doing cover songs first, or like tell me about your very first performance?
Ooh. Our first cover.
The first covers we did were New Editions, If It Isn't Love, and Any Heartbreak.
Because those are the two that we started off with that day.
Okay, so tell me about, man, you started with New Edition. Wow. So we talking about covering legendary guys, New Edition been in the business, man, well over 30 years, man. And if anybody knows their backstory, they started out in talent shows. So how was that performance for you, and what was the feedback? And the most important thing, the two people that's putting money behind you, were your mother and father impressed?
We performed, our first performance was at Lake Clifton. It was in a school in Baltimore, and it was for a talent showcase. The crowd reacted good because they didn't see anything like we were doing for a while, singing and dancing and whatnot. And of course, our parents were impressed that we even got on the stage to do it.
Okay, so were they impressed because you got on stage, or did your dad come to you and be like, let's talk about the performance. Let's talk about how we can make it better, how we can tweak it a little bit. But I love the confidence, and I love how y'all engage with the crowd, but it needs to be tweaked this way. So did you guys discuss any of that?
Well, that happens really every show. No matter if he thinks it's perfect, a month later, they'll go back and find a slight mistake so we can go ahead and improve that. And also, our dad said we're our worst critic. So we'll go back and be like, you missed this step. Oh, you didn't sound right doing this. And our mom be like, oh, your hands wasn't flat this way, or your hands wasn't down this way or something. So it's always something that we can always improve on.
So I just want to say this to you guys. Being your own worst critic can be a gift and a curse. It can be a gift because you know what you need to work on, but it can be a bad thing when you stay inside your own head. So I've seen artists, because I've managed artists for a long time, more than 20 years. So and I can tell you I've seen artists have a perfect song, and if they don't like the way one bar went, or like the way one run, if the run wasn't crisp enough for them, they'll just want to throw the whole song out. Prime example. I know this may not be your type of style music. Prime example. I can remember me talking to somebody that was working with Cisco when he went solo, and he wanted to throw the thong song out, but the manager secretly put it out without him knowing it, and the song sold like 4.7 million copies. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when artists is in their own head, it could be a perfectly great song, but they'll want to throw it out because they don't like one little part, which can be not even fixed by you, but can be sharpened by the levels of the EQs that the engineer, is doing his thing with the mixing and the mastering. So it may not sound right to you, but it can be fixed. You know what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
I would tell you guys, don't be inside your head all the time, man. And so as these performances went on, and your dad tweaked it and criticized it a little bit and stuff like that. How was your, like, did the word get around Baltimore that you guys was hot?
Yeah, it did. When we started performing around schools, and we started doing county fairs, and we started getting on TV a lot, people started to take notice of who we were on social media and around town, actually.
Okay. So, you had some very talented people come out of Baltimore. You had Rough Ends, you had Drew Hill, it's just had Mario, it's a lot of people come out of that area of Baltimore. So Baltimore is known for singing, singing, hoop stars, and people who can box. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. I lived in that DMV area for about 12 years, so I know all about the DMV. You know what I mean? And it's plenty of boxing gyms in the DMV. So they are definitely well known for boxing. So upon you coming from that city, man, and you kind of having this gift and kind of spreading it around the city, you kind of spreading it around, you kind of spreading it around Baltimore, PG County, Montgomery County, and Charles County, like, so Maryland big, man. Maryland big. So the gift can be spread across that whole state, man. That you got Potomac, you got Jasper, you got Hickerstown, like it's big. And so with that being said, man, how much did you guys get a chance to perform outside of Baltimore, as far as Maryland?
Well, as far as Maryland concerned, we've been to a lot of places. New York, DC, Maryland, DC, Philadelphia, Atlanta. What other places?
We like auditioned for
Virginia.
Virginia.
We auditioned for the Apollo, America's Got Talent, I believe, when they came to Baltimore.
Okay. So from the music changed so much from the time y'all started, right? And so now y'all are grown, and the youngest comrade of the group is about to turn 16 soon. So, he's getting into his, young manhood, his young adulthood too. So how do you guys want the music to transition where they understand that you came from boys to men, like the group say, boys to men? You know what I mean? Like you transition, from boys to men, and how do you want the music to transition? Or are you guys going to keep writing your own material, or would you want to work with other writers as well and work with new producers, or work with new vocal coaches, or like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, that has been one of the things we have focused on, was trying to mature our image a little bit more, since a lot of people still see us as those little boys, and we're not little boys anymore. We're practically grown men. So on our latest album, Mystery, you talk about a little bit more of a mature subject from one of our cover songs, Lounging, on there. You might hear, that's why you got the
LL Cool J. Yeah, of course. Who do you love? Are you for sure? Yeah, I've been listening.
And we got a video coming out, so March 16th. So stay tuned for that. We have when we create more music, you might hear us talk about a little bit more mature subjects. So that's how we want our music to go, but not too mature. But
I'm really waiting on some real ballads from y'all. Like when I say real ballads, I'm talking about like the Drew Hill, the Rough Hands, the like the New Edition, like the Next, like Silk, you know, like Blackstreet. You know what I mean? Like I'm waiting for some real ballads, so y'all can have the girls chasing y'all out the building. Yeah, those type ballads.
Oh, we're getting there. We want to work with other writers and other producers and stuff like that. We mostly write our own stuff, but we are definitely wanting to work with other people.
Okay. So upon that being said, as far as the personality of each individual in the group, what personality is the best, and who is the most vivid thinker, and how does that result into the penmanship when each of you are writing a bar, a hook, a verse, or whatever you might on a song?
Well, personally, in my opinion.
So, before you get started, I'm gonna ask this too: who thinks alike, and who is the complex thinker? Okay, you have the floor.
Okay, first off, who thinks the complex is cool? Who thinks alike? He's not gonna like this answer. Me and KJ think alike. Duck also is a complex thinker as well. Me personally, I think when it comes to just if you want a nice verse, just a whole verse, KJ, and if you want like a nice complex song, it'll go to me. Okay.
And so if you guys were to put a brand new EP together, and you know, it's 4 of y'all, so 2 songs will go to one person, and then the other 3 will go to each other individual. So who would be that person to write the first 2 songs, and what type of track would that be?
Whoever volunteers to lead the song first. Because we all come together to figure out what would sound good with the song and what wouldn't. Because if 2 people don't like the part, then 2 people just don't like the part.
Well, I mean, that's understandable, but so your dad and your mom and your cousins and some of your aunts and uncles, they're gonna have a different ear. And the reason why they have a different ear, because they're not on the inside looking in and on the inside listening. Your ears is on the inside. So when somebody is on the outside listening and outside looking in, they have a more audience type of feel. You know what I mean? Like a lot of singers may not even like a lot of their songs, but the audience love them. And so from your perception, for the songs that you didn't like and the audience did love them, how did that kind of play on your mind, or how kind of did that make you feel like you misjudged the song, or because everybody don't like everything? So how did that kind of make you step back and like do maybe like a social session on your songs and let the audience give you feedback, or take it around to different adults and stuff like that's from your dad age group and ask them what they think and stuff like that? So have you guys ever kind of did that as well?
Well, yes, sir. Some of the songs like on the Mystery album, we had to delay it a lot because it was supposed to come out when 2021, 20 or something. And we had listening parties for our songs. And I know for like My Mysterious Love, me and Duck particularly didn't like our vocals on it. But when we showed it to other people, people loved it. So it really does put in perspective, like you said, being your own worst critic sometimes messes with your head.
Yeah, and it was also this one song that I helped. Well, basically, I produced. It was Mystery.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fact that I listened to it so many times in my ears, like 100 to 200, 300 times, like most producers do. I didn't really start not to like the sound of it, so I had to take a step back and let other people listen to it. It's like you said, you can't be in your own head for too long and start, criticizing it, every little detail.
Right. So how many of you guys play instruments?
Well, we don't really play instruments, but we're trying to learn to.
We dabble somewhat in like keyboards to help us with singing and coming up with melodies.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Cause you would, I would think that one of y'all would play a guitar, one of y'all would play a keyboard, and somebody would play drums. So
Yeah, I always need to play a guitar.
Yeah, that's kind of usually how it works. You know what I mean? And so out of all the songs that you guys have sung, have you ever kind of competed against your mom and dad, as far as y'all became the better singers of the household than they have? Like, do you challenge them? Like, just to like give your vocals a run for their money? Because one thing about the old school, man, they don't really lose it, bro. they don't really lose it. So, like, if you familiar, with any church congregations, you always see the old man and old woman in the church just singing the roof off the church. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And so they don't really lose it. So, have there been any friendly, sing-off or competitions in the household, and your mom and your dad show you some riffs and runs and how to riff over top of that bridge of the song that, like, music is something that you learn every day, and singing is something that you can never master it, because you're always learning a different riff, a different run, a different octave. You got some people singing the C note. Some people can switch it. Like for females, some people can sing first soprano or first alto, and they can sing like second tenor. So, with your mom doing theater, and your dad singing in the military all across the world, what are some things that they have shown you that you wouldn't have picked up on your own?
Well, with our mom, like sometimes she would challenge us in the car. To sometimes she'll be like, okay, she'll turn on the music and she'll teach us to keep beat. And then our dad, since he has a lot of showmanship, so he taught us how to work the crowd and do all of that. And he still sometimes challenges us in rehearsal. He put on a hat and took one of our spots in rehearsal too.
Okay then. Okay. So that's called hands-on. That's what's up. So, do you guys have any type of sing-offs with kind of some homies they might have a singing group, or like they used to do? It might be somebody in the same city that sing like y'all, and they might want to have a sing-off. Has that happened for you?
No,
not really. No, sir.
Okay. Different time, different day. But back in the day, I'm pretty sure it would happen. So tell me about life outside of music. Or is there life outside of music?
Well, most of the time, we're either we're doing something productive to help us, either if it's a separate hobby or two. Because some days we go out and play basketball. Some days somebody's just watching TV. It all depends.
Okay. So what is your most so you did perform at the Apollo. So that's a prestigious honor Right. So let's talk about that performance at the Apollo. Let's talk about how it made you feel. Let's talk about what was the feedback after you performed at the Apollo, and how many doors did that performance open for you?
It was what I remember. It was cold that day, very cold, and we were in line for like a couple of hours. And once we got inside, everybody was auditioning. They had like a separate room, and when it was our turn to come up, they had the hardest judge, and what was it, like 3 or 4 of them?
3 or 4 of them.
And what we auditioned, it was Mr. Telephone Man.
I do not remember. It was so long ago.
It was so long ago, and we had the hardest judge say that we're legends in the making, and he was very impressed.
There's a recording out there somewhere because they had their phone. All of them had their phones out recording. So, and I don't think they was supposed to do that, but they recorded it and they say y'all are legends in the making. So and then we left, and they opened up a couple of doors for us and some new performances around town, not New York, but in Baltimore and stuff like that.
Okay. And so with that being said, man, is there anyone in the group that loves to write more than they love to sing? Because you always got somebody in the group, that just loves the writing aspect. They are sing, but they love the writing aspect more. So just like Nokio from Drew Hill, he loved to write. He loved to write, and he loved playing the guitar and piano. So, who in the group loves to write more than they love to sing?
That will fall to Dancer right here, because he helped make most of the songs. Well, it was a combination between KJ and Dancer. They helped make most of the songs on our album Mystery.
And it also, for me, it depends on the situation, because like if you listen to our song Fall in Love Again, that whole song was particularly based on like a 3-second interaction at the gym that wasn't really an interaction, really. And I'll do the backgrounds and stuff, and if they want me to lead a part, I'll lead a part. But for sure, I'm gonna sit there and write something for everybody.
I don't let him touch my parts.
His parts, I'll let Kevin do that himself.
Oh, okay then. Okay. So Kay, you don't really let nobody touch your parts. You real picky, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I always give myself room to, improve on my writing skills. And it'd be sometimes where Dancer would say, God, I wish I would have wrote that one.
Like my favorite verse on Mystery is his rap part, and I didn't even write that part, so I'm mad about that.
And there was also another part I did. It was Because of You. I added a rap solo to it, which made it stand out a little bit more.
Now you guys are brothers, so there has to be the brother that's going to own a recording studio and be the dopest engineer ever, And so I think that would be the writer, Dancer. Yeah. I think that'd probably be Dancer. You know what I mean? That will own a recording studio and be this engineer and have a publishing company where he write for other people as well and write for the group. So am I accurate on that or no?
Most likely, because I was thinking about having like a publishing company. I also want to do that for films as well.
Right.
I know KJ will probably be in there the most. I'll probably call him in there the most to help me with stuff.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I know that, I know from speaking to your dad, I know he probably want to keep everything in-house anyway. You know what I'm saying? And especially when it comes to the recording and the creation and the creativity of the music, So, and then with owning a studio, that gives you different leverage where you guys can definitely make money or start managing artists too, when you get to that point anyway. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, what do you guys see? Cause musicians and music artists and producers and film directors and videographers, they are visionaries and they see things from a different type of lens. And so what you see going on in the world today in our communities, how can your music help change the narrative? And how would your music, help a person that's going through a mental or emotional crisis? Because I tell people music is so therapeutic. It can help in so many different ways. And so how do you guys see your music being impactful in the community and helping people that's going through a lot of anxiety and depression?
Since most people, soak up what they listen to from time to time, as long as you put out something people can relate to, the people that can relate to it will be drawn to that music. And then for you're helping them without even realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
So our music is mostly positive. So we have gained a lot of attraction to that. People telling us that, they listen to our songs all the time. Sometimes when they sad, when they happy, they put on one of our songs. A lot of times, just recently, our mystery, people thought they were trying to put together who were we talking about. And some people was like, oh, I think it's me because I did this, or I think it was me, I did that. So
the real thing is I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know who I'm talking to.
We personally don't know who we're gonna inspire. We're happy that we was able to touch somebody in the music career.
So have you guys kind of thought about doing any tracks that dedicated to different causes, like breast cancer, lupus, children with kids with autism, and just changing the narrative to impact different organizations, where we see heartbreak stories all the time, and that'll be a way you're giving back. That'll be a way that you're giving back through your art form. So have you guys ever thought about something like that, or have you ever discussed that with your dad before?
Yes, sir. We always try to bring in multiple types of crowds because specific music will touch different people. So if a certain genre of music one person doesn't like it, we know the other person will. So why not cater to them both?
And we know a lot of times with music, you can mean something about heartbreak and somebody can interpret it for something else. So you can make a song about being strong and somebody could have put it as, being strong through depression or something like that. So it also depends on who listens to it. So.
All right, that's what's up. Now, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We here on the Chatterbox with King Jacob with none other than Macfour, and we'll be coming back at you live, talking more about the community and what they see in the community, how they want to change the narrative. Stay tuned for more important messages as we return momentarily.
I can't go another day with this on my mind, and I think it's time for a discussion. Why you so hard? Show me that you love me, baby. Why you so hard? Show me that you care. So many days, so many nights, so many tears I had to cry. Told me you love me, that was a lie. Loving you was a mistake, baby. Loving you was a mistake. Loving you was a mistake. Loving you was a mistake. Baby, play me like guitar, baby. You only love me for breathing. Play with my emotion, girl. And I don't wanna be your friend. Play me like guitar, Why you playing with my heart, babe? I said my heart, babe. Let me tell you how I feel, baby. So many days, so many nights, so many tears. I had to cry. Told me you love me, that was a lie. Loving you was a mistake. Loving you was a mistake.
Thank you. That was Mr. Tonio Amari out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Loving You was a mistake, and now he's R&B soul artist, but an emerging Southern soul artist. So that's one of my peoples, man. You know, good brother doing his thing. So we're back again with Macfour, and so we're talking about the community and how we can change the narrative of the community through the art form of music. So, what are some different foundations that you guys want to partner up with to really change the narrative of what we see in the community, and also, you know, really want to do research on different diseases that people are faced with, and you just want to just do this and you know, perform tours and just donate some of the proceeds back to different organizations. What are some of the organizations that you guys been looking at to work with?
Well, a lot of times we look at things like kids hospitals and stuff like that, because a lot of times a lot of kids and stuff, people want, when we're older and got a lot more resources, we want to donate back to that and be able to do performances for them, for kids that won't be able to make it out to performances, or kids that in general that like our songs. And one thing we've been talking about for like a lot of orphans and stuff, a lot of times they get treated wrong. So we'll want to go like overseas or something, or even in the United States, and donate and help bring new stuff to the orphanages and help bring just life in general, like a great source of joy to people around that.
Mm-hmm. So you definitely want to do some type of campaign where you go into perform for foster kids and partner with some type of foster kids agency and some type of foster care agency and do things of that nature, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so what are some things that you guys have coming?
As we said, we're going to have a music video that'll be dropping soon, March 16th, Loungin'. And after that, we'll be working on another music video off our album, Brainstorming.
Okay. And so is there a person in the group that is a rising film director or script writer or anything like that?
I've written and directed our last two, well, Loungin', What You See, and Mystery. And actually those two, well, I can't spoil it for you, but and also as you can see, if you go to our TikTok, Macfour ENT, we have like a lot of short videos on there, and I write and direct them too. So
Okay. Oh well, I figured it had to be one in the group. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, that goes without saying. So with that being said, you know, we have the Jackson 5, we have New Edition, you know, we have Levert, but we had solo careers of all those groups, you know, and all of you guys can sing. We all know that. But who sneaks off and just write songs by themselves and be like, you know, this could just be for me, not for the group. You know what I mean?
no one.
Okay. So y'all all right together. I understand, man. I understand. You know, I understand. You know, but it's always that one writer that have a notebook full of songs. You know what I mean? And then And when somebody's searching for a song, they be like, just look at his notebook. He's been writing for the last 5 years. You know what I mean? Because that writing is that's that therapeutic space. You know what I mean? That's that really space of where, they just really thinking really, really hard and they just write their thoughts down. That's the reason why I asked that. That's the reason why I asked that. Now, from you guys, from your opinion, there's always one in the group. When people starting to take notice of you, which they already have, and when people start asking for features, you guys been together a very long time. Who do you think will get the most features out of the group?
It kind of depends on who's asking for the feature, because if they're more rap oriented, they're gonna want somebody who would rap on the track like KJ. If they're more song oriented, they're gonna want somebody like Duck to sing on the track.
If they want like background harmonies, they'll pick between the four.
Okay. So okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because this industry I love the music industry, and it can be loved, but it can be weird, man. Because sometimes when I hear features, man, I be like, huh? like it be like, man, like you never thought that person would feature that person on the track, but they do, and the features sound really, really, really great, really, really great.
What was that song you were talking to me about yesterday? It was
like Logic with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, nobody expected Seth MacFarlane to
be on the Logic
song, and he's from Baltimore, Maryland too.
Yeah, I know about Logic. He really can rap. Yeah, he really can rap, bro. Yeah, he nice. He nice. And I'm glad to see that he's into his full reality now. Because at one time he was going through some problems, man. He was having a hard time dealing with people not accepting him. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So especially the black culture not accepting him. So I'm glad he overcame that. So for you guys, man, are you guys open to getting into other things as far as acting and public speaking and hosting events and stuff like that?
Yes, sir.
Who is that? Who is that dude though? Out the group?
What do you mean?
Mainly, for me, there's never should be a reason that you need to help someone. If there's someone you can help, then just do it. But if you could help people, like teaching people how to act, teaching people how to sing, teaching people how to dance, have someone take classes for that, you can always do that, and that also helps give back to the community as well.
Right. So, but I was just saying, out of you guys, who is that dude would step out? Who out of you guys would step out on that faith to do acting, public speaking, event hosting? Some like the forefront and some like to lay back. So who would be the person that step out in that arena?
I would say it will vary, but it will vary whatever event or public speaking it will be. I wouldn't mind like hosting events or filming competitions or music or video game, whatever. I wouldn't mind hosting those kinds of things too.
I feel like it feels like action orientated. Well, it depends on like if it's more like a fighting, I guess it would be between me and Duck to sit there and do that.
If I like the script, I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah. So, cause cause the sky the limit. Y'all are suit and tie brothers. So, y'all definitely got modeling, acting, performing and directing and stuff like that. So, cause a lot of these young brothers are allergic to suit and ties. So, y'all got that full speed ahead. You know what I mean? So you can always win on a whole different level when you ain't really scared to, put on, the Federato hats and the suit and tie and with the with the crisp, shiny Stacey Adams, you know, staying on point, you know. So I mean, I can commend and salute y'all for that. So man, as far as how you see the music industry going, what are some things that you guys think you can bring to the music industry to change the narrative?
Well, at the moment, a lot of artists nowadays put out negative things, and kids are like sponges. So whatever you feed them, they're going to absorb it and
Right.
imitate it. So might bring like a more positive spin to it, I should say.
And usually the music industry are missing groups, so I guess we'll be one of the forefronts to bring that back.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, they definitely are missing groups. You know, I see some reunion tours going on, but as far as them bringing newer groups out, they're definitely missing the group aspect of the music business. So, yeah, guys, we almost out of time. So, I want people to know where they can connect with you guys at, and how they can book you, and you know how they can follow your pages. So if you can tell them where they can connect with you at and follow you at, and then we'll close out.
Our website is Macfour4.com. So that's MACFOUR4.com. Our Instagram is Macfour ENT. For most of it, it's spelled MACFOUR. Our Twitter is also Macfour ENT. Our Facebook is Macfour ENT LLC. If you want to book us, you can contact us at our Gmail at macfourent@gmail.com. And to keep everything really simple, you could just Google MACFOUR and we'll be the first people to pop up.
All right. You heard it first on the Chatterbox. I just wanted to thank you guys once again for coming on and chopping up with me, giving me your backstory, giving me everything that you have accomplished thus far and what you got coming out. I really appreciate you guys, man. And I'd like to bring you back again in 6 months, you know, to see how your transition is going, and if there's anything that I can do to help, I will. I'll definitely be in contact with your pops. I'll be talking to him. And you know, you guys have a wonderful and a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Salute, Kings.